We're a busy family of 4. My husband and I both work full-time. We have 2 growing boys that are both active in sports, so it can be a struggle sometimes to put a healthy home-cooked, low-carb dinner on the table. So I've created 7 different recipes for you guys that you can go to for your dinners, and this doesn't involve pulling cheese off of a pizza or having a fast food bunless burger. These are all easy, very delicious recipes that you can make. I'm going to show you how to meal prep today. We have some freezer-friendly recipes, one that's in the Instant Pot. These are all recipes that you can make in 30 minutes or less, and they're delicious too. Your family's going to love them. So let's get started. The recipes that we're gonna make below are all very simple, and they're family favorites of ours too. They're my go-to recipes when we have a busy night and I'm not quite sure what to cook. I'm gonna show you how to make chicken schnitzel, a fajita bowl, chili in the Instant Pot along with some keto cornbread to go with it, keto enchiladas, keto lasagna, pesto chicken, and a keto pizza. These are all very easy recipes, and the best part is that they're only gonna involve buying 2 different types of protein at the grocery store. We're only buying ground beef and chicken thighs. And a couple of these recipes use leftover meat that we had made the night before. I'm gonna have the full recipe links down below. They can all be found on my website. To start with the meal prep, I like to do my meal prepping on Sundays because it's my day off and it will set me up for the rest of the week. But of course, you can meal prep on any day that's more convenient for you. On this day, I like to prepare all of my vegetables for the week. So we're gonna chop them up, get them ready to go. I'm gonna roast some of them. I'm also gonna prepare a lot of my proteins too for the week. There's a couple of different freezer meals that we're gonna make, and we're gonna make up a batch of fathead dough. To make things easier throughout the week, I like to prep up all of my vegetables that we're gonna have throughout the week on Sunday. So that involves all of the washing, the chopping, the roasting or grilling, whatever I'm doing, it's gonna be prepared. And I'm gonna prepare these vegetables, if I am cooking them today, they're gonna be par cooked, so just slightly undercooked, so that when I do reheat them on the day that we're gonna have them, they don't become overcooked and soggy. So today we're roasting up onion and bell pepper. After I've sliced up all of my onion and bell pepper, we're gonna mix it together with some olive oil and some salt and pepper and place it on a parchment lined baking tray. And we're gonna roast these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. Later on in the week, I'm gonna be making a chili, so I want to make sure I have my vegetables for the chili all prepped up, chopped, and ready to go. So in that recipe, I'm gonna need 1 full bell pepper, 1 jalapeno, and 1/2 of an onion. So I'm gonna have all of those ingredients chopped up and ready to go and just store them in an airtight container in the refrigerator until I need them. I also want to have some asparagus tonight for dinner, so I'm going to go ahead and roast that up now as I'm roasting the other vegetables. While my vegetables are roasting, it's time to make up my Spanish cauliflower rice. I'm going to use this as a side dish for one of the meals on one night, and it's also going to be the base for our fajita bowl that we're going to have tomorrow. I'm doubling the batch of this cauliflower recipe because, like I said, we're going to be having it on 2 separate nights. Once my cauliflower rice is done, I'm gonna move on to making some ground beef. So this is ground beef that's gonna go in my lasagna and my enchiladas for the week. I'm gonna use 2 pounds of ground beef and brown it in a skillet along with 1 onion. Once my ground beef is cooked, I'm gonna separate them out evenly and add a marinara sauce to 1 portion and an enchilada sauce to the other. Next, I'm going to assemble both of these casseroles. So for one, I'm making a keto lasagna, and then the other one is going to be a keto enchiladas. These both can be stored either in the refrigerator if you're gonna have them soon and over the next couple of days, or you can store them in the freezer too. Next, I'm gonna start preparing what we're gonna have for dinner tonight, which is my chicken schnitzel recipe. This is a crusted chicken. It's delicious. It's made with ground pork rinds and almond flour. You guys have to check out this recipe because it's one of our favorites. Once again, I'll have it linked down below for you to follow. We're making up a double batch of this chicken schnitzel because we're gonna have it tonight for dinner, but we're also gonna have it the next day in our fajita bowls. While my chicken schnitzel is cooking in the frying pan, I'm gonna move on to making some fathead dough. This fathead dough is gonna be used to make a keto pizza on Friday. Fridays we like to make pizza in our house, and also some breadsticks to go along with the lasagna when we have that on one of the nights. I love making up fathead dough ahead of time because you can store it in the refrigerator and it's freezer safe too, so you could pop it in the freezer if you're not sure if you're gonna eat it over the next couple of days. My chicken schnitzel is almost done, so now it's time to make the other side dishes that we're gonna have tonight for dinner. First up, I'm gonna be making a buttery keto pasta, and the pasta that I'm gonna use is this one. It's Pi Zero noodle, and it's a shirataki noodle, but it also has some oat fiber in it. It only has 1 gram of carbs per serving, and it's really good. They're not rubbery, they actually taste good too once they're mixed with other things. So I'm gonna make these up. I'm just gonna be adding butter and some parsley and salt. Earlier I roasted up some asparagus. We're gonna be having that for dinner tonight too. It's Monday night, and like I said, we're gonna be using that leftover chicken schnitzel that we made last night to make a fajita bowl. Now, chicken schnitzel can get a little soggy once it's refrigerated. No problem, we're just gonna crisp that outer crust back up in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can just pop them back in the oven and heat them for about 10 to 12 minutes until it's cooked through and crispy on the outside. And with the air fryer, we're gonna do the same. I'm gonna heat these up at about 360, 390 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Next, we're just gonna portion out our Spanish cauliflower rice, top it with some of those roasted vegetables, the chicken schnitzel that's sliced up. I love putting avocado, sour cream, you could add guacamole or salsa to this too, and a little sprinkling of cheese. It's delicious and a super simple, easy meal for you. Meal number 3, we're gonna be having enchiladas. Now, if you decided to freeze these, you can either take them out of the freezer the morning of and just let them thaw throughout the day, or you can cook them from frozen. Along with our enchiladas, we're gonna have more of those roasted vegetables that we made the other night. Tonight we're making my Instant Pot chili and cornbread. This recipe is delicious and I get a lot of positive reviews about it. But it's okay if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can still make it. Just throw it on the stovetop to make, or you can put it in your slow cooker too. Once again, the full recipe is down below in the description box. And we already prepped out our veggies that are gonna go in this chili on Sunday, so it's gonna make it even easier because we're gonna just throw everything into the pot, let it saute, and then pressure cook it for a few minutes. While my chili is cooking in the Instant Pot, it's time to make that keto cornbread. And this is the easiest keto cornbread that you can make. Basically, you can make it in one pot if you wanted to. And we're gonna cook it in the microwave for 6 to 10 minutes, or you can pop it in the oven too. I have instructions on how to cook it in the oven on my website. Tonight we're having my chicken pesto for dinner, and this is one recipe that I actually like to prep in the morning, just to make the marinade so the chicken is coated and it has all that delicious pesto flavor. So I mix everything up first thing in the morning, keep it in a Ziploc bag, ready to go to bake when I get home from work. All we do is just dump my ingredients from the Ziploc bag into a baking dish and bake it in the oven. Along with the pesto chicken, I'm also gonna just pop into the microwave a freezer bag of cauliflower rice and some broccolini. Friday night is usually pizza night at our house, so I'm gonna take that fathead dough that I prepped up the other day and we're gonna use it to make keto pizza. I'm also gonna be taking any leftover chicken I have from that pesto chicken, and it's gonna be a pesto chicken pizza. We're gonna add a little bit of cherry tomatoes, some leftover roasted vegetables, along with some leftover pesto, and it's pizza. The last meal for this week is an easy one, and it's that lasagna that we froze up. So once again, you can thaw this out in the morning or just pop it right in the oven. I'm also gonna make up some breadsticks out of that leftover fathead dough that we have. For these breadsticks, it's super simple. You're just gonna roll them out into little logs or snake shapes, brush with some butter and some garlic powder or garlic salt, and bake them in the oven. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it and want to see more videos like this. Also subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.